Hey Planty friends, if this is your first time viewing this channel, hello, my name is Cynthia, and this channel is about two things that I love, two things that bring me joy, and that is growing plants and growing in the Word of God. Now, if that sounds good to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And for all of you guys who are not new, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for returning. Now, let's get in today's video. So guys, I have been so excited about doing this video, and I am on a lunch break and I am going to try to get this done. But I did a massive, or to me, what I consider a massive plant haul from Walmart, believe it or not, and Home Depot. And so I wanted to share with you all of the amazing plants that are now part of my collection. And let's start with, I want to start with Walmart, because I was so surprised to see Walmart having these type of plants, and especially this early in the year. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, and so Washington State, and it's still pretty cold here. Generally, we're ranging from 40 to 50 degrees, okay? Every once in a while, we get a like 55, 56, 57 degree day, and that is considered warm. Because in February, spring is just not on the horizon. So I wasn't expecting Walmart to have any plants, because in the past, they didn't really even have good plant selections in the spring and summertime. But I was watching a channel and they were talking about all of the beautiful finds they were finding at Walmart. And I said, let me go. Now, the plants that I'm going to show you, I had to go to a total of 3 or 4 different Walmarts to find these plants. And so what do I want to start with? I think I want to start with this one. Look at this beauty, you guys. This is called an Eperinium aureum. Okay, I will put the scientific name on the screen. But isn't this the most beautiful? And it's a type of pothos. But look at the variegation, the different coloring in this plant. I could not believe that this plant was at Home Depot. And I actually still have the tag in here. So let me show you that. So hopefully you can see that. Focus. It may be focusing for you guys. I don't have my glasses on, but hopefully that is focusing. But again, like I said, I will definitely put this on the screen. But it's an Eperinium aureum, A-U-R-E-U-M, and it's from Exotic Angel Plants. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful plant. I love it, and I have it hanging out. It hangs out on the very top of my Millsable Tall cabinet, and I'm hoping that it will continue to just cascade down along the side of it. I think that's gonna be absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this came from Walmart, you guys, in February in Washington State. Unheard of. So the next plant, what else did I get? Okay, the next plant that I got from Walmart The next two plants I purchased from Walmart, I'm gonna get them down. And I gotta tell a story about this. Okay, so when I have been looking in these, I think it was a total of 4 Walmarts within 3 days that I visited. And what I found about it is that the plants are in different locations. In one Walmart, they had plants, as soon as you walked in, they were right there. You know where most Walmarts have the greeters? Well, to the right of the greeter was just a whole table, 2 tables, I think, of plants. However, when you went into the plant and garden section, they had additional plants inside the store. That particular Walmart, when you went outside, they did not have any house plants outside. So another Walmart I went to, they also had a few plants as you walk in, but not by the greeters, kind of like in the middle. I don't know if you Walmarts have like a glass, what do you call it? A eyeglass place. Sometimes there's a nail shop. Sometimes there's a bank. Well, right there, like in the middle where customer service is, they had a table of plants. And that particular Walmart had nothing in the garden section. Now, the plants that I'm about to show you, this particular Walmart did not have anything in the front. But then when you went to customer service, they had a whole wall of plants. And then when you went in the garden section on the inside, there were no plants. I take that back. There were a few. And then when you went outside, they had the house plants. And again, you guys, last night was about 43 degrees. And when I tell you these plants were struggling, it is absolutely too cold to have the plants on the outside of Walmart. Well, you know, not on the outside, but in the outdoor garden area, and they were just there unsheltered. And this is where I found these plants. And I had to go through quite a few of them because a lot of them were looking like they had, they were dying from the cold. So the first one I have is, and one of the YouTubers I follow said that she got this plant. I believe she got her plant from Walmart as well. And Janae, so this is your fault, Janae, if you're watching. And Janae Simone, and I'll put her information on the screen. But she found this plant, the Monstera, I think you would say Stedlina Cobra from Costa Farms. And sure enough, you guys, I found one. Well, actually, they had quite a few. But like I said, a lot of them were, you could tell they were, dying because of the extreme cold temperature that they had them in. And they come in these white, like containers, or I think it's like a taupe. And this is a waterless container, a self-watering planter from Trending Tropicals. So if you take the plant out, if I can get her out, see in the bottom, and this is the gauge where you can see how much water, and then it has obviously the wick, I call it a wick, so that you can water the plant that way. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna try it out for now, but look at this Monstera. I know nothing about it. I have to do some research on this one, but it's variegated, lightly I would say, but it is variegated. So it is absolutely beautiful. And they had about 10 of these, and some of them looked horrible. I'm thinking maybe they had put some out that day and some were out for a couple of days, because I'm telling you, some of them were turning, the leaves were turning black. They were all just, they were out there for a while, some of them. And so I can't believe that this particular one was out as long as the other ones and looking so nice and healthy. So I snatched her up quickly. I also found, and let me make sure I remember the name of this, a Baltic blue pothos. Look at that. Look at the fenestration on that leaf. They had quite a few, but a lot of them were just in such bad condition. And so I had to, and another thing, they had them on this, I think it's like a 4-tier rack, but it was a very deep rack, and they had just all mixed up. There was some in all the way in the back, and it was a mess, and some of them were falling down, and no kind of order, so you had to just really dig to see, because I almost missed this one because I didn't see it at first. But isn't she gorgeous? And again, I think she survived the cold. I think she was just placed out there. And if I haven't mentioned, you guys, all of these plants that I'm showing you were the same price. Not bad at all. I am not mad at all about Walmart stepping up their game. So yeah, I got that one from Walmart. And I think, oh man, I told you this is a massive haul. I found 2 other plants at Walmart. The next one, I didn't even know what this was. Whenever I go plant shopping, I always have my phone, and I Google whatever they say the name is, if they have a name. And I think this one did have a name. Yeah. So they called it a Babota wax plant, but right underneath it says, my full name is a Hoya DS70. Had no idea what that meant, still really don't, but I did look it up. They say it's a rare Hoya, but look at this Hoya hanging out in Walmart. This one wasn't at the same Walmart that I found the Baltic blue or the Monstera, but it was at another Walmart, and they also had their plants outside. And this plant this was the healthiest of all of them. Actually, I take that back. This was the only Hoya, but they had some other hanging plants that weren't doing too well because, again, they had them outdoor in the outdoor section, and it's just too cold. But look at this Hoya. Walmart, you guys. So yeah, I picked that up. She was completely drenched, and so I will not be watering her for quite a while because I was afraid that she may get root rot. I did take her out of the container. I turned her upside down, and I squeezed the pot. I turned her upside down. I was able to take her out with all the soil intact, and I actually used a paper towel and tried to get rid of some of the moisture. That's how bad it was, because her roots look really fine, and I didn't want to break the plant up because I felt like it had already dealt with enough trauma with the cold and everything. So she's not dropping leaves, she's not turning colors, so I'm hoping that if I just don't water her for the next month or even longer, that she'll be okay. Now, the last plant that I got, again, from Walmart, and I think I got this one the same place as the Hoya. And this is if you see me looking to the left, I have a list of the names. This, you guys, is a lipstick plant. It's a twisted lipstick plant. Never heard of it. Look at it. Amazing. And look how full. Walmart, Washington State, in February. Amazing. You guys, go to your Walmarts, go to a few, take some time, and I'm telling you, you have to look different places. Look in the front, look over there in customer service, why they have plants over there. I have no idea. Look in the indoor garden area, and go outside and look in the outdoor garden area. And you may be surprised at what you see. I think this is the most beautiful lipstick plant. Never even heard of it. Full pot. I promise you, if you went to a regular nursery for this Hoya and this lipstick plant, you would have been paying way more than what Walmart was charging. So, okay, I think that's it for Walmart. Then I went to a local nursery and I picked up, they're very expensive. Their plants were 30% off, and so I got this plant under 20, but it's a pretty pricey plant, normally. And this is called a, hold on, let me look at my list. It's a pothos. It's called a Eperinium penitern, also called a yellow flame. You guys, look at this plant. Look at the elongated leaves. I've never seen a pothos with such elongated leaves. And it's variegated. It is absolutely gorgeous. And this plant is also on the top of my Mills Bowl tall cabinet, along with that pothos that I found from Walmart. And so, I can imagine them this summer just cascading down. I'm definitely going to, propagate her because she's beautiful. I want her in other places in my home. And so I am definitely going to propagate her and put her in different locations. But look at her. She's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This nursery had so many plants. I actually had 6 plants, and then I put them all back but that one because you know what, I'm on a budget, so I had to leave them. But yeah, I think this was a good find. So now, you guys, Home Depot. I purchased 3 plants from Home Depot, and this Home Depot was not in my area. I was, I think I was doing something with my daughter. Oh, and they did go to their competition. I'll put a picture somewhere around here, and they won first place. They are state champions. For this area, they're state champions. They are they placed first place in the stomp competition, because they have, with the state championships, there's so many schools and there's so many different areas that you can compete in, but they came in number 1. So amazing. But I found a Monstera Peru. This is my first time having this plant. The first time I had this plant, I was newer than I am now. I'm still a novice, but I was really, really a novice. And it's now that I look back, I can see that the plant had some type of fungus because it had all this browning on its leaves. And I just kept clipping off the leaves, which, did not solve the problem because I needed to get some type of fungi soap or something and take care of the problem, which I did not. And the plant completely died. It was a huge, big, pretty Monstera Peru. But look at this. Nice and healthy. And so now I kind of know a little bit more, and I will watch her and make sure that she doesn't perish like the other poor plant. And she hangs out right here on top of my Mills Bowl wide cabinet. Then, you guys, I found, and I don't do well with these plants. I've never had this plant, but I don't do well with lemon lime marantas, the regular green ones, none of that. But I could not let this plant stay. Look at this. It's a variegated maranta. The sun just came out of nowhere and is blinding me. Wow. Let's see if I can fix this for you. Okay, so look, isn't that gorgeous? Look at the variegation on some of these leaves. I think my favorite one for right now, let's see if I can find it. I have a few, but I think this is one of my favorites right here. Yeah. So I'm going to do my best to keep this Maranta happy and healthy. But yeah. And then last but not least, you guys, I got this, and you know how my calatheas, okay, the sun, I can barely see. What I've found about my calatheas, and I'm gonna do a video on it, I think that I do well with the, I'm gonna call them the green variety calatheas that don't have any coloring, because my calathea, well, that's not true, because my calathea peacock died. So let's say generally I can do better with the green ones, because like my calathea zebrina and my calathea burl that are behind me, I've had no problems with at all. But I took my calathea rospica and my calathea medallion, and I am going to, I took them out of their pot, rinsed all the soil off of them, trim them, and I have them in water right now. And so far they're not dying, and I'm gonna try to see if after a while they'll start growing new roots. And it said that you should do that before you try like put them in pond or leca, that you first need to take them out the soil, clean all the soil that you can off of them, and put them in water, see if they grow more roots, give them some time to acclimate, and then if you want to transfer them to pond or leca or some other type of medium. Now, but according to how well they do in water, I may just leave them in water, so we will see. But anyway, this is a calathea, rhubarba. I've seen this calathea, and I've been, saying I was going to get her one day. Here's a yellow leaf. And I finally have her, and she hangs out on top of my Millsbow wide as well. And I am hoping that she does well. So yeah, you guys, that was my big Walmart, Home Depot, and then one plant from a local nursery. So those are the plants that I've picked up in the last 2 to 3 weeks, with the ones from Walmart being in the last 3 days. So yeah, you guys, I am excited about the spring and the summertime, because it is when plants do the best. And I did suffer a lot of loss, and I'm already preparing. Let me see if I can find it. I told you guys I was going to prepare some type of spreadsheet, and I have about 2 minutes, so I need to get before my lunch is over. But I'm working on a spreadsheet. I don't know if, I'm the type, I'll do a whole spreadsheet, don't like it, and change it. I don't know if you can see that with this glare, but in the gray I have, on the top I have where it's at, like office. One of my subscribers said to do it by location. I thought that was a good idea. So I have office, kitchen, dining room, plant room, bedroom. And then on top, I have January all the way to December. And then I have underneath that, I have water, fertilizer for every week. And so I can look at that and say, okay, I've already fertilized this plant this month. And also for watering, for certain plants like my aglaonemas, I kind of feel like I'm overwatering them. I know Janae Simone was talking about how often she watered her aglaonemas, and she has some of the same ones that I have. She has a way bigger collection than I do, but we do have some that are the same. And I was thinking that could be of why some of my aglaonemas are yellowing on the bottom. Is because I'm overwatering them. And so I said I was going to just kind of stop watering them, because I usually give them water every week, and I think that's way too much. Now, my aglaonema Siam, I usually water every other week, and I still think that's too much. My aglaonema Red Emerald, I do water her every week because she's really dry. It might be the substrate she's in. She's really dry, and I'm not having any problems with her yellowing or anything. So I think I will continue to water her, and she's pushing out leaves like crazy. But my aglaonema Siam, my aglaonema Golden Madonna, and my aglaonema Silver Bay, my huge aglaonema Silver Bay, and my huge aglaonema Golden Madonna, they are yellowing on the bottom. And so I think I'm going to, with this chart, say, hey, let's try watering them once a month, you know, so I can write down the date that I watered them and wait a month. And of course I'll watch them, and if they start exhibiting that, you know, some type of behavior where you could tell they're, you know, they're drooping or whatever, then I will change that. But otherwise I'm going to try to, you know, back down on watering them. Now, of course, when summer comes, when the hot months come, all of that's out of the window, because I have a whole different watering pattern in the summer, because, you know, when Washington gets hot, or what we consider hot, I usually have to water my plants more often, like anybody else. I probably even may have to crack my cabinets open, because right now they're at 83. This one's at 77. This one's not completely weather stripped yet. I really haven't showed you guys completely this Mills Worldwide. I will do a video on that. So it's not completely weather stripped because I ran out of the stripping. So it's at 77 relative humidity. And this one that is completely weather stripped is at 84. But I can imagine in the summertime, and this room gets hot anyway, my plant room. I've heard YouTubers say that they kind of keep their cabinets open a little bit, or the humidity can get to be too much for the plants. So I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed my massive plant haul. I'm so excited about all of my new plant babies. And of course, I'll keep you updated on how well they all are doing. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. Okay, you guys, so there you have it. So I want you to comment in the comment section, what was your favorite plant that I showed you today? And have you been checking out your Walmarts and your Home Depots and even your Lowe's? Even though it's February, what have you been finding? Is it the same old, or have you been finding good finds, no pun intended, at these areas? Let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, please again consider subscribing to my channel, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment in the comment section. I respond to each and every comment. I am still a very small channel, so I have the opportunity to interact with each and every one of you. But until next time, like I always say,